I was obviously the clear underdog there, and I knew sort of how the race was going to unfold.
And welcome back aboard. This week we are pressing pause on our Atlantic crossing and St Helena Island stopover to share with you a different story, one that involves boats but with oars instead of sails. If you're new here, we are a family of 5 liveaboard sailors who left New Zealand in 2018 to circumnavigate the globe. A lot can happen in 7 years. We're presently halfway across the Atlantic, and our eldest son Finn jumped ship for a rowing skiff years ago. If you've been following our journey, you'll notice a recent gap in our episodes for a number of weeks. That's because our whole family took a trip to Europe, thanks to the help from our amazing patron Andre. Now, we'll be covering those stories in future episodes, but we just wanted to bring you one story from England. And if you've been following our social media pages, you'll know which one. It's been almost 7 years since I last watched our eldest son Finn competing in person. Rob saw Finn race earlier in the year when he visited New Zealand, but Finn was a schoolboy rower the last time I cheered him on from the riverbank. 8 o'clock in the morning and we're here.
To Sebastian Fulton and Finn Hamill, our champions, St John's College.
While in England, we had the honour of seeing Finn compete at the biggest event in the British rowing calendar, one of the sport's most iconic global events, Henley Royal Regatta, considered a highlight of the British social season.
Ivan Hamill, lost all my money in the stocks, terrible trader, bought high, sell low.
Henley always attracts a field of international rowers, but this year, more than any, was stacked with Olympic medalists and world champions. Finn, making his debut, entered not one but 2 of the toughest events. Of course he did. The single and the double sculls. It's rare for anyone to double up at Henley, especially in small boats where there is nowhere to hide.
Finn Hamill,
yes.
He's in the double scull and in the diamonds.
Yeah.
That's a very challenging schedule, but the diamonds itself, the men's single scull, looks to be absolutely an extraordinary competition.
You have Olympic champions, people are going to be coming up against world-class battles, so I feel like it's going to be a fascinating thing, and even making it through to the later part of the week is going to be a challenge.
As a detour, this episode's a little different from what you're used to. It's not about sailing, but I hope you'll still join us because it's a story that goes beyond rowing.
Perfect.
The white shark.
Let's go straight on eBay. Woo!
Yes, we're celebrating Finn, which was an extraordinary moment on water.
What do you reckon? What the heck?
just happened?
But even more so, it was a moment about grit, it was a moment about heart, and it's a moment about rising above your past, even when it might have been easier to let go.
I think it was a really good race. It was tough conditions, and it went pretty much exactly how we thought it would.
It's about pushing beyond what you thought was possible.
Finn Hamill is taking it on. He just doesn't stop. He just doesn't seem to hurt.
And if you stay with us, you will see, for me, it was something that went beyond Finn's performance. And that's saying something, because Finn's performance was bloody epic.
Oh my god. I've lost for words.
But as we are a sailing channel, we'll tickle your taste buds with this bit first. We're back in England, back in Suffolk. I don't know if you remember, 2 years ago, I stood very much in this area visiting Zespar. They're a manufacturer and producer of masts. They're right here in Suffolk. We're not in the market for a mast today, although actually Alan, who's the boss here, has been showing Rob how our mast looks and how strong it is. We've come to get a few spares for the boat, because you have to have a second boat and spares, don't you, if you're going to sail around the world.
And so while Alan taught me all about masts and spars and spears and what have you, I taught him a little bit about rowing, and in particular one Finn Hamill, who was rowing the first race of the single scull at Henley this afternoon. And he is racing Simon van Dorp, who is Olympic bronze medalist from Paris Olympics last year. He's a big unit. And the thing is, I kind of feel the winner of this race is going to probably win the regatta. And I say that even though the next person on the next round tomorrow is going to be Ollie Zeidler, assuming he wins his race today. Ollie is the Olympic champion. I've just remembered that I did this event back in 1987. This race this afternoon is the quarterfinals. There's 8 boats left, so this is the quarterfinals. And this is the same stage I got to when I got knocked out.
So it is the Diamond Challenge Sculls. It's the last race of the day, but my goodness, we are in for a treat. It is an international matchup. New Zealand versus the Netherlands. Finn Hamel versus Simon van Dorp. They've both been racing internationally. They are both ambitious athletes. They are both phenomenal physiological specimens. And Simon van Dorp, who of course went toe-to-toe with Ollie Zeidler in Paris, is here with a vengeance, and he has gone out like a storm.
Rachel and Hillary and Alison have gone into the umpire's boat, so they're going to be following them down the course. Chances?
I think he's got a good shot at it. It's going to be tough though. It's definitely going to be tough.
Olympic bronze medalist.
Well, there's heavy legs in Finn Hamel's boat. You know, he's racing the Double Sculls Challenge Cup here as well, but he's moving.
My goodness, he is challenging Simon van Dorp. He's been racing all year. Finn Hamel wants to be out there on the international circuit. He has put in a push in the middle of the race and said, I'm going to test you. We know he believes in himself. He comes from a great pedigree as his father, Rob Hamel, who raced in the Olympics himself and was the first Atlantic rowing race competitor.
It was a phenomenal start from Simone, but it just looks a bit more laboured in that boat compared to Finn Hamel. Look at him. He started his sprint already. He's absolutely gunning for it, and it just seems at the moment that Simon van Dorp has got no answer.
I think he's through. I mean, it's a tale of two completely different experiences out there.
Here they come, here they come.
Finn is in the lead. Finn has got half a length on him.
Here they come, here they come.
He's got length on him. Then Dorp's quit.
Come on, boy.
He's quit.
No, wait.
He is. He's quit.
They look closer down here.
No, he's quit. Look at him.
Look at the distance.
He's got him. Woo!
Look at the distance.
The Olympic bronze medalist.
This is a shock.
Kat, this is an upset, you know, that I certainly wasn't expecting coming into this race. Finn Hamel has just come in, he's torn the script, he's thrown the book out the door, and he said, do you know what, I'm here to compete. I mean, he's raced the double sculls already today, he's jumped back in the boats, he's got heavy legs, but it's not impacting him at all, and he has just motored through Simon van Dorp, who's got no response to him at this stage.
Finn Hamel, just his second year of representing New Zealand, he has ambitions for Los Angeles, and they are sky high, and he is showing that today. My goodness, he's now taken the rate down because he's got such distance on Simon van Dorp, and he is going to cruise into the semi-finals. What a scintillating end to the quarter-finals day as Finn Hamel earns an incredible spot in the semi-finals of the Diamond Sculls. The most incredible set of races await us over the weekend in this event, and Simon van Dorp just drifts over the line.
Finn.
Well done, mate.
Amazing.
Well done. What an awesome race.
I know.
I've never seen your dad with clothes on before. Those are shoes. That was your father's feet.
Didn't recognise you.
How was that?
Don't get used to it. Well done, man.
Yeah,
Well
pretty
done.
That's awesome.
crazy.
Keeping the pressure on.
Nice. Got to race all these Ivan now though.
This is Henley Royal Regatta, found at the heart of the picturesque market town of Henley-on-Thames, an annual 5-day rowing celebration established in 1839. An event steeped in tradition with a refined dress code that embraces colourful tailored blazers and elegant summer attire. So much fun to be part of. I'm pinching myself. Here we are with the creme de la creme of British society. I'm in completely borrowed outfit. Such was the occasion that even Rob wore his shoes.
Shall I show you how they work? Yeah, you put your whole foot in. And then you try these out.
One of the cool features of this regatta, people have boot picnics, and they set up little gazebos and tents and chairs and tables and everything else that goes with that. It's pretty cool.
In Finn's other event, the Double Sculls, with his partner Ben Mason, they progressed through the quarterfinals to the semi-finals to the finals. But it was Finn's performance in the semi-finals of the single scull that really charged the atmosphere of the regatta.
So Finn's incredible quarterfinal against Simon van Dorp, he just pushed through and broke him. He broke Simon. Amazing effort. And now we've got the Olympic champion, Ollie Zeidler. He's like a 6'8" giant, weighs 100 and whatever kilograms, and he's like a triangle in the boat. He's going to be hard to beat. I think Finn's got a lot of racing under his belt. Actually, I say that, may have too much racing under his belt. He's used his legs for the double scull and the single scull. He's had hard rounds as well. Yeah, he's done the most racing and the hardest racing of anyone of the sculling campaigns, both the single or double sculls. He's qualified for the final in the double this morning with Ben. Him and Ben qualified racing in Canada. It was a pretty hard race, which would have taken a bit of energy out of Finn's legs, his body, which does concern me for the race against Ollie Zeidler, which is about to take place in about 2 hours' time. So I better get down to I've got to get on the other side of the course. I'm going to get into the umpire's boat. Hopefully Declan and Ivan will join me as well. We're not allowed to talk, not allowed to make any hand signals. Finn will be disqualified. It's going to be very interesting watching from behind the race.
Let's go, Finn!
We're about to push off the dock. Finn has already gone down. Bag of nerves.
So nervous.
And opposite us is Ollie Zeidler's father, and I'm not sure the other connections, family members of Ollie, so we're sort of, it's very anxious.
Finn is just about to go and race the Olympic champion. If he gets through this, wow, I don't know if anybody's ever made the final in 2 races, 2 small boat races at Henley, which is amazing. It's amazing he's got this far. It's so wonderful to be here for his first Henley outing, and we're just loving it.
Absolute focus on the face of Ollie Zeidler, who is up against Finn Hamill in the semi-finals of the Diamond Sculls. It's the premier open single sculls event, and we have just 2 of the best scullers in the world.
Certainly that win yesterday for Finley has really perked people's interest in this race. He's also been in the double sculls, actually doubling up at this event. He raced this morning in the double at 10:30 and won, so he's already booked his place to 1 final. And this would be really exciting. About a length and a bit down here, but that was similar yesterday with Van Dorp. It didn't seem like he was in a rush to take the lead.
This is a supreme athlete in the sport of rowing, but he transcends rowing. He is one of the most incredible athletes on the planet at the moment. Ollie Zeidler, he is 6'8". He's a former swimmer. He has a formidable physique. He's an incredible person, and he is just absolutely leading off. I mean, Finn Hamill, he's got a lot that's been in his legs, and of course everyone's expecting him to do the same thing again, and it's quite hard to try and kill 2 days in a row.
Absolutely, yeah, that's maybe a result even he wasn't expecting. Even you always go out to win, but he certainly would have been really happy with that performance, and like you said, with 2 things. But at the same time, Ollie Zeidler will have watched that race, and he will know that at this point now, sort of mid 1K, is where he's going to want to try and put this to bed, because he knows Finn has got a really fast finish here.
I was obviously the clear underdog there, and I knew sort of how the race was going to unfold, basically how it did. Ollie would take a pretty big lead, and I just have to keep chipping away and have a crack through the middle, and obviously he was a bit further ahead of me than Van Dorp was yesterday. Had a nudge and saw him getting closer and closer.
Finn Hamill takes a little look out of his left side there, and he's still in sight.
Well, like I said, he's not going to be able to be beaten psychologically here, because he's turned a huge name over yesterday, so he's not going to lay up for this. And we saw some really high rates from him yesterday, so it's going to be really interesting to see. But again, we talked so much about having experience in this event, and obviously Ollie, 4 times winner of this Diamonds event now.
He's had a look, he's having a go. I can see him, I'm going to have a go. I mean, there is nothing that holds back Finn Hamill. His rate has gone up, he's having a go, he's having a pop, why wouldn't he? It is the semi-finals of the Diamond Challenge Sculls, and he can see Ollie Zeidler. Look, he takes another look, he's looking, he's doing sort of 10 strokes, he's taking the rate up. At this point, his lungs are burning, he's full of lactic acid, but he has the mental toughness to have another go, and he is coming up to Ollie Zeidler, who is at a much lower rate, and they are now much closer than before, and you see him, he has closed that gap.
He's coming back through, he's almost only a length down now, I think.
Wow, Finn Hamill is now almost alongside. This is unbelievable. unbelievable what he has done, how he's dug in and dug in and dug in and overlapping. My goodness, he is in a race, the Olympic champion. We haven't seen him race before Henley Royal Regatta. We don't know how much he's trained. He wasn't at the Europeans, he wasn't at Lucerne. This is his first race of the season, and Finn Hamill is taking it on. He just doesn't stop. He just doesn't seem to hurt the mind that is driving that boat. My goodness, phenomenal.
Absolutely incredible. I've got him at 40, 41 strokes a minute here, and let's not forget this is the current reigning Olympic champion in the men's single that he is now moving back on. This is such an exciting race, and you can see as they come through stewards, the voice, the volume starting to go up again now, and I don't think this rate's going to go down. I think it's going to keep going up.
I mean, his rate is so high, and he is still, the legs are driving down. Ollie Zeidler has raised the rate, but not enough. He isn't raising it by as much, and Finn Hamill is getting himself ahead. He is now able to see the back of Ollie Zeidler, just like he did yesterday with Simon van Dijk. It is incredible. He giant killed yesterday. He has now got himself in front of Olympic champion, and Ollie Zeidler is looking behind him now at Finn Hamill. What an unbelievable performance. What an unbelievable athlete. This is incredible. Ollie Zeidler is hurting. This is not in his plan. This is just unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing. What a race. What a fantastic race by Finlay Hamill.
What an athlete Finn Hamill. Has only been representing New Zealand for 2 years, but we all know his name because he beat Simon van Dijk on the Friday of Henley, and in the semi-finals he has just beaten Ollie Zeidler, who is exhausted. He can hardly breathe. He nods across to Finn Hamill. We have seen something really special. How he was able to do that for a second race of the day, and the second time he took on one of the world's best.
Rob, I did tell you that Finn was going to win by half a length of clear water.
Every time.
Richard's a bit of a pessimist, you know, half a length is like, come on man, give him a break. Yeah. No, seriously, it's amazing, wasn't it? Wasn't it amazing? Yeah, great. I think he's got a great chance tomorrow.
Yeah, that was pretty hard. I've got 2 races obviously here at Henley. I backed us to get through in the double, but I really didn't expect myself to win either of those 2 races yesterday or today. So it was pretty cool to be in the final for both the diamond and double scull challenge.
How big a win is this in your career?
Oh, I know, it's got to be the biggest. I mean, to beat the Olympic champions, it doesn't get much better than that. So it's, looking forward to tomorrow and see what we can do in the double and single final tomorrow.
Finn the Giant Slayer, hey? Unbelievable. What a performance, and on tired legs too. But the mark of a champion is how you conduct yourself outside the arena as well. And what Finn did on the morning of finals day has left a lasting impression with me. So you will have seen that one of the perks of Henley is that you can ride in the umpire boat. Now this is at the discretion of the rower. Finn, he had a lot on his plate, and we didn't want to bother him with having to organise us as well. So we would try and allocate the places the night before. One of the reasons we returned to England is because my brother Angus is very unwell. He has cancer. We celebrated his birthday at the beginning of Henley Week, and we didn't think he'd get to the course to see Finn competing because he was quite sick after that with an infection. But on finals morning, bolstered with steroids and determination, runs in the family, he surprised us all. Now Finn must have got word of this, because when he should have had his game face on, concentrating on his doubles final, he first found Ophelia, my niece, Angus's daughter, in the crowd, then saw Angus, gave him a handshake and told him there was a place for him in the umpire boat. That really got me in the feels. Wow. So as Angus made his way to the umpire boat, Ben and Finn prepared for the final of the double sculls.
McGuinness and Reinhard of Australia on the Berkshire station, and on the back station we've got the New Zealand double here, Finlay Hamill and Benjamin Mason.
I think this is one of the stewards' pick of the day. Was
pleased to see this battle. And of course, one of these athletes is going down the course twice today, because Finley Hamill extraordinarily beat Ollie Zeidler yesterday in the single scull right in front of the crowds, rode back through Ollie, and he's going down this course twice again.
They're a great crew, and we knew that they were going to come out hard and put the pressure on us.
Yeah.
And that's what they had to do, and they did it really well. And we stuck true to our plan, and I told Finn I'm going to lay everything I can down on that third 500 and get in front no matter what. And it worked, and he went with me. And then towards the end, I was just thinking, the more work I do, then the less Finn has to do, so he can get to his next race a bit fresher later on today. So went perfectly to plan. I'm super stoked.
You didn't really get to relax too much though, did you?
No, it was really tough in that water. It was hard to stay loose, really hard water, and our boat was always turning towards the boom, so I was always having to pull it off the boom, so my arm was just dead. And when that happens, it's hard to just row nicely. It just starts getting a bit messy, but luckily we did enough, so it didn't matter.
Henley winners!
Yeah, thank you. How good.
Finley Hamill and Benjamin Mason winning the Double Sculls Challenge Cup here at Henley Royal Regatta. Celebrations for them. Very well executed race.
It was pretty hard, so we'll see how I pull up, but it was good. I mean, that was the priority, so we got the win, and that's kind of all good now. Whatever happens in the single happens.
Yeah, whatever happens. Now you better go and warm down.
Now the rain's come, it's come harder. Was it good having your coach in the boat?
Yeah, did Angus make it in?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Alright, I better go warm down.
Okay, lovely.
Do you want to come for a walk? I better go warm down.
Holy, so what a start to the day for Finn and Ben. They won the double, and it was a tough race, but they've done it. They've crossed the line. They are Henley champions for this 2025, and this is the cup they're taking home. Well, they don't take it home with them, but they presented it later this afternoon. 1 out of 2 so far, 1 more to go. I'm very excited. I'm very scared. I'm actually scared for Finn, what he's got up ahead of him, man. I'm just... After seeing him after yesterday's race against Ollie Zeidler, honestly, I've never seen him so spent.
Who knows what this afternoon is going to bring? I would not bet against him. It's the last race of the day, and he might just pull this off.
Do you know, I think he's done so well, and he's already got one under his belt, so we love him whatever. It'll be great, it'll be fantastic for Finn, but I don't care. I love him.
As we await the final race.
Go!
It is the final of the Diamond Challenge Sculls. It is Finn Hamill from New Zealand who takes on Melvin Twellar from the Netherlands, and Twellar has burst out the blocks.
Yeah, just to see the tactics these two deploy here, because Twellar knows that Hamill has raced this morning. He's actually gone off to a slightly skew start, which is not helpful to him. Just at the time he'd want to be stretching out to length, he's got to adjust his steering. That's going to cost him a bit. So he's going to try and really take this to Hamill. Hamill, we know, has got this incredibly devastating attack in the middle, but he's had to do it in the double and the single multiple days running.
So in both the last races, Finn Hamill has not led out the start. He has had heavyweight giants powering out the start, so he will be very used to this scenario. It hasn't hurt him at all. We see Twellar still being warned by the umpire, and he starts to head back to his station. It's actually really challenging when you're having to think about the steering, make small adjustments as you want to drop the oars in and add all your power, not slightly more power on one slide than the other. So he'll be thinking about that when Finn Hamill is now focusing in. He doesn't seem to mind about how many races he's had so far. He's always found something in the middle of the race.
I think that's absolutely key. There is a question as to whether Finn Hamill has got enough of that remarkable ability to come back from this.
I was way better than I was expecting. I was just feeling really good after yesterday and this morning. But once I got in the blocks, it wasn't as bad. But I feel like maybe I was just waiting for it to kick in, just like fatigue from the week. And it didn't really, but I just couldn't get on to what I'd usually have in that like middle thousand, or especially the third 500. It was just like I was just going all over the place, and for some reason I just couldn't keep it even. Like it kept going over, and just couldn't find like a solid platform to work off. And then like coming to the last 500, it smoothed out a bit, and and I was just cranking it and feeling like really good, and I was winding in Melbourne.
Open, he's coming back! Open!
And I was winding in Melbourne like
You
really
were,
fast.
I know.
But he just had something to hold on with.
Yeah. When you started moving, the crowd in the stadium gave a big cheer. They loved you. They was all shouting for you.
Yeah, well, I was hearing people saying like, "You're moving."
Yeah. Oh, we thought you were going to do it. We really did.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, shit, I'm going so fast.
But the gap is closing. Tuala is forced to find something more.
What's happening in Tuela's head now? He's tired and he knows this guy has killed these giants. He's taken down the Olympic champion.
His
and
head
he's tiring.
is down. He is struggling. He is full of lactic acid. He has given everything to try and get ahead. And Hamill needs to get a sniff of that. His rate has gone crazy. He is well over 40 strokes a minute. Has the gap enough as Tuela hangs on, and Hamill comes back at him, and back at him, and back at him.
This is an incredible
just Melvin Tuela who has done enough to beat the incredible Finn Hamill.
I mean, incredible young athletes, both of these guys. What a display of sculling, and absolutely right to applaud Finn Hamill. He's made a name for himself this regatta for sure. Tuela takes the trophy. Both of these guys at the top of their game, taking down the giants and appearing in finals day at Henley. Not many athletes could have done what Finn Hamill's done today.
Not many athletes would want to do what Finley did today, but you know, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of fight in the dog. For perspective, these are the giants Finn fought. For 2025, Ben and Finn's names will be added to the Challenge Cup trophy, on which Finn's girlfriend Carolyn pointed out her father's name when he won the cup in 1987. Martin Tuela picked up the Diamond Skull trophy, but Finn goes home with the knowledge of what he's capable of and a growing fan base.
How does a 24-year-old former lightweight beat the Olympic silver and gold medalist in consecutive
That's sort of the
days?
last
Finn
legit
Hamill
memory
just
I
pulled
have.
off one of the most impressive
This is something that probably nobody had understood.
How did a former lightweight rower with minimal international racing experience beat the silver and gold medalist from the past?
Finn and Ben are now back in New Zealand preparing for the World Rowing Championships. And next week, we'll be resuming our journey on the beautiful island of St. Helena. To our patrons, thank you for your support. And for those watching, drop us a comment. We love to hear from you. Over and out.